So I regularly get asked by people who are starting to invest what they do for legal help, how they protect themselves, questions they have, because it's really a whole new business, a whole new area that both provides great opportunity and rewards, but also there's oftentimes some risk. One of the resources that I have in my career and had the pleasure of joining for about 4 or 5 years now is the ladiesofjusticeleague.com. And today we have the two, I don't know, superheroes from that group, Amy and Lois, to share with us how you can cost effectively get legal support, and in particular if you're a real estate investor or have real estate protect. Hey guys, how you doing?
Good to be here, Bill. Thank you for the invite.
Yes, thank you.
How long have you been the Ladies of Justice League?
We've been doing since 2003. We started investing. Shortly thereafter, we needed legal help and found out it was pretty costly, especially if you're paying $500 an hour just to say hello. So anyway, we basically decided that all investors, to protect themselves and to save themselves a lot of time and money, was they need to get legal services. And so we've been using it for a while, over 100 times. And luckily we don't have to come out of a pocket and paying $10,000 retainer fee. So that's where we started.
Yeah, and I work with attorneys, almost every day. And if you're not paying $500 an hour, you're probably not getting really good legal advice. That's the challenge. It is expensive, but attorneys are charging for their experience and their knowledge that they've taken over years, not just for the time. And you want somebody who's going to help you avoid wasting 10, 20 or more $1,000. You're going to have to pay somebody. Most commonly, you have to pay somebody to do it that has expertise. But you have a solution for real estate investors that's way more cost effective. Can you give us a high level overview on that program or what you're doing?
Absolutely. So the way we got started so we're buy and hold investors, done a lot of stuff all over the country, but we are buy and hold investors because we like that owning equity and ongoing transactions without having to be there, right? So all I did was I saw Robert Kiyosaki on Oprah Winfrey on this treadmill talking about you go to school, you go to work, in that good job, you pretty soon have a family, you've got so many bills to pay, and he's sweating and running on this treadmill, running out of gas. And his solution to this, one of them was invest in the stock market, and the other one was you might want to own rental property. So I latched onto that like a dog with a bone. I was talking to a friend, we were going out surfing, it was very casual. Hey, I think I want to maybe have an apartment to rent out. This was my whole plan. And she said, I have somebody who has something they can show you that might help you do that. So we met. That friend showed me this access that I could get access to attorneys. It's unlimited advice, not only these telephone consultations, but all the documents reviewed, any kind of letters written on my behalf. And I thought, oh my gosh, I would have somebody to call to ask. So I called, sign me up, I'll try it. It was a month-to-month service. I was making my first call, and the first call was, how do you invest in real estate? I was a teacher. I don't know anything about real estate. All I knew was I was renting an apartment. As a teacher, how do I have an apartment to rent out? Can you help me? And that attorney on the other end of the line says, sure, we can help you. What do you want to know? And I thought, oh my gosh, right then and there, this is it. This is how I'm going to do it. And when I was in the middle of teaching, I'm getting this phone call from an attorney going, hi, we're here to help you. What do you want to know? What do you want to know next? Wow. So that was the start of our real estate investing career. Wow. The good news is you have these attorneys, these high-powered law firms in every single state. So we've been able to do a build in Utah, have a bunch of rental properties in Michigan, in Indiana, in Missouri. Like, it's access, it's unlimited, in every way.
Wow.
So that has been the key to our investing career.
Wow. Wow. So I get that the things that you might need as an investor would be what? LLC formations, reviewing
Correct.
documents, contracts, particularly non-standard contracts, right? And then what are other, I guess, just having it available in case you're sued, right? You get a letter from somebody or you have a situation, sometimes it's just a question to keep you out of trouble. What are examples of uses for somebody who's a real estate investor that they're going to use this?
So, quick example, we had a property out in Indiana. No, sorry. It was actually during the downturn and it was in Michigan. And I remember the Michigan realtor was selling this property for us, had brought a buyer, so she's doing both sides. And when I got the contract, I had our attorney here review it, which is when you have access here, you get access to all the different states. So they gave me our referral law firm out there in Michigan. The Michigan law firm, when I let them review this contract, they said, so it looks like you're splitting down the middle. Do you want to do that? And I said, well, I don't really want to do that. No, I'm giving this property away as a great price. I don't want to pay half of the expenses. Can I? And he said, oh, well, okay, we can change that. I said, what? You can change that? You can, yeah, we'll make it more in your favor. I was given a great deal. When I got back to that realtor out there in Michigan, she said, well, you can't do that. That's just the way we do it here. Everybody splits 50-50. So since I had the legal on my side telling me you don't have to, I said, yeah, I don't want to do that. So what this deal ended up doing was saving us, because we had the access to the law firm there, saved us $5,000 just right there on that one transaction.
Wow.
Yeah, I can give other examples. Basically, to review our contract documents, purchase and sale agreement. We also had a cease and desist. So sometimes if you were actually harassed by creditors, the lawyer wrote the law firm wrote a letter that just basically you must cease and desist. And so then the harassment stops, obviously. You can also get your will done. For real estate investors, that's really important because you want to keep and save your assets. You don't want to go to probate like you do. You already know that, Bill. We also just get advice on anything from being overcharged, contract agreements. I mean, as a real estate investor, you're signing a lot of forms. So it's good to have them to review it to make sure it's safe for you to sign. And like I said, you can form your LLC lawsuit protection. I think being landlords, we save from a $270,000 lawsuit because we were actually found innocent. But anybody can sue anybody for whatever reason, even if it's valid or not. You still have to defend yourself. So one, we won the case, we didn't have to pay that. But two, we didn't have to pay that $27,000 retainer fee to even get it started.
Wow.
Yeah, they actually represent you in court and defend you. That's part of that service monthly.
So I'm sure, every situation is a little different. It varies based on if they're in business, incorporated, multiple states. What's the cost to get started, and how would somebody, if they're interested, find out more information about the program?
It's between $1 and $2 a day. Go to ladiesofjusticeleague.com. We'll get started with some information. There's a great download there available, which has the 7 fastest paths to cash. Some people want to know how to get started. Some people want to know how to get some materials. And there's all these different paths to real estate investing. So that download is a great one for even seasoned investors, but certainly getting started as well.
Great. So I'll make that available in the description box as well. Ladiesofjusticeleague.com is the website. Lois and Amy are the proprietors. They're the Justice League members, I guess. They're not wearing their capes or their uniforms here for our purposes. And then also, I know you guys, because you both attend the same event I go to every month, which is the LA County Real Estate Investor Association. So if you have questions about it, you go online, but you also can come see them in person. They're almost always both there, at least one or the other, I think every time I've been there.
Mhm.
And this event every second Thursday of the month. This month's speaker is Cliff Gager. That will be on September 14th, 6:30. The vendors fair starts, and then he speaks afterwards. It's free. But before the event starts, there's a vendors expo, and that's usually where Lois and Amy are at one end of the hall, and I'm at the other end of the hall, and I taunt them and make faces at them, and they come over and bother me. So I'm just teasing. It's always see them there as well. So, ladies, thank you for being on our call today and sharing the information. I'll put the contact information as well in the description, and look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Thank you, Bill.
All right.
Thanks.
Great
Thank you.
to
Have a
see
great
you
day.
again.